Slaxidias on the other, so this is a bit of a mind game. You're hoping that the dualies can be activated. He's trying to be patient with it here. Great headshot, and his teammates on the other side. Shui is one of those players who's been playing very well on PARIVISION after the rebuild too, and a flash to set it up. Oh, it's picture perfect Counter-Strike coming out from PARIVISION. Only twists left, and even though he is a great mechanical player, this is asking a lot. Don't want to see PARIVISION face any longer. Just leave him out here. He shouldn't be able to win this in a 1 versus 5.
The flank as well, so even if he were able to get one of these kills, there was I think it was Zway was pushing around the back. Yes sir, there is. And although we've been shining a lot of the credit on Frozen, who was nothing short of spectacular yesterday, I think it was Ancient where he got like 21 kills in the first half and was just running rampant. It was Netiu actually who was the standout player on Cash yesterday in their matchup against BetBoom. He was dominating. So, Frozen has put that Deagle to use. Gonna put PARIVISION into an awkward position. Hobbit sent packing, and they can't take anything for granted here. Spots a second player, and suddenly this round gets a little bit uncomfortable.
You just highlighted it. Frozen was amazing last time, and yeah, Twist died with the Deagle. So now Frozen, a couple of kills here, allows for a bomb plant. This is so much more than they should have been allowed to get away with. Kind of disappointing, I think, for PARIVISION. It's not the end of the world, but
bypassing the smoke, where I thought he's going to go on the right-hand side, but decides better of it. And I know it was a bit of a pet peeve for you as well that we didn't see enough players pushing Squeaky on either CT or T side, but Twist is up there, up close. And so is Frozen. Double spray, they had no idea. Just nothing was clean.
Double HE, they blow up Jame. That is perfectly timed. They've really got some ideas here, FaZe. We saw a little bit of a wallbang attempt from Twist as well. Frozen is making sure no one is sneaking through the middle, and Jacob's going to be getting Hobbit. It's in the middle. That, again, keeps the map wide open. It forces another rotation to mid, with Slaxidias now playing almost in CT spawn. Cello, you need another one, and he will deliver. Great work. Jabo, though, will still burn him alive. 2 versus 3. And the bomb is being brought closer. Incendiary to slow it down, but there's still plenty of time on the clock. They don't have to worry about that. They're going to flash their way through and try and go for another bomb plant. There is one more smoke on Scray, which could be important for a defuse. And they do have a kit as well, but they may have to get close to the bomb site. And I think Jacob's already done enough, yeah. Sway realizes that little tag down to 22. He has to escape. So it will be another round for FaZe.
I love that call as well, man. I even said it in the previous round, like, it's going to condition PARIVISION to put a lot more of their emphasis and players watching middle. So what does Twists do? Slow down the pace, double nade site that much. Jacob's about to see action. One player goes down. His aim yesterday, by the way, was outrageous. I'm remembering that double kill he got while flashed on Checkers. The second one where he, like, just double tapped the guy in the head coming around the corner. Gross. You had people calling him a cheater off that basis.
Exactly right. Yeah, we've come full circle from him being nearly kicked because he's not good enough, and then back to this. I've maintained my support for Jacob for a while now. I think even before he joined FaZe, when he was still playing, in Tier 2 sort of Polish Counter-Strike, I said I think this guy's going to be something really interesting. But the way that he joined FaZe was so disappointing. Like, he died. He basically joined a dying team where, like, he had to replace Rain. Imagine how much pressure's on your shoulders. Everyone hates you already because you're replacing, like, one of the legends of the game. And then I think in the second tournament they had, Jacob couldn't make it, so Rain was back playing anyway. Like, it was such a mess. So I have a lot of patience for Jacob trying to recover.
And Jacob is keeping mid under wraps for the time being.
They're going to get Jacob as well here. That is a bit of a rescue mission, you're right. Cello could have been burned, could have been sprayed, could have died 3 or 4 different ways, but ultimately still alive. Are they going to be boosting Jaboin up? We haven't had to scream his name too much, but surely just a matter of time. His reaction speed is absurd, and it's gathered him a lot of fans in the beginning. Probably one of the quickest rise to, I would say, sort of personal fandom, partly because of the memes associated with his name, but that's just, an added bonus in my opinion. Cello is low on health, and I think he's using that fact to say, let me try and see if I can push him with 40 seconds, and that is insane timing Frozen's going to be so mad. Why are the CTs attacking the T side with 40 seconds left? But they're doing it because it is exactly so unexpected that it actually works out. It's actually just down to 3 bullets. I'd love a reload. He'd love a USP, and that's not the weapon for the job here. Hobbit will get Nate2 and return to slow them down. He must get at least 1 kill to buy time for Hobbit, and it couldn't be better. Twist does go down. Almost wish he would have stayed in the corner because now it's a wide open bomb site. I guess that he's probably dead either way. But buying another 3 seconds here could have made a huge difference, I think. Jame up on the high ground. We'll see. Hobbit there down 3 in A and 1 in middle or something. You should be getting more active. There's the secondary op from Sway. I guess that's the other advantage. Nobody on the FaZe side knew that that was even in play. Frozen, though. He's stolen the op away from Jaboan. Wants to see if he can actually land a shot against somebody. It's right around the corner, but he can't actually see it. He might be a significant danger here. Oh, but it doesn't matter. He's actually doing everything. There's nothing you can't throw at Frozen that he's not going to turn into some kind of a victory here. He's picked up the AK again. And Slaxy Jazz is calling in some reinforcements. He wants some help, but the bomb is making its way to the other side.
Oh, nearly gets spotted there, Frozen. And it looks a bit foolish to go for that peek from Zway's perspective, but keep in mind they Molotoved off checkers, and there was a chance that the T's could have just been rushing into the site. You'd have seen nothing until it was too late. Slaxy Jez does at least return fire and maintains that player advantage for PARIVISION, but it's all smoke and mirrors across as they're going to be trying to execute onto the A site. James been mollied out. He wanted to pull the trigger on that shot. He did spot the player in Squeaky, but it's too little too late.
With counter utility, they still have another couple of grenades left. Slaxy Jess, although he's far across the map, he's got the incendiary. This is a very winnable round here for PARIVISION. Jame, with a good timing on the shot, takes down Jacob. And Twist and Nate2, they have to fight their way out to even attempt a bomb plant at the moment. They get one, and a headshot from Twist. Oh, he's such a mechanical god. 2 kills, taking down a couple more here. And now it's all down to Slaxy Jess in a 1 versus 2. Bomb is planted as well, but Twist, he's one of the players that's really recovering his mechanics, and that's a scary prospect for anyone phasing FaZe. He's one of the best riflers in the world when he can't let them on. Jacob, how has he done this? He's infiltrated the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, you have to get the final bullet there. Good job.
Psychological warfare, man. Just giving him a chance and snatching his life away anyway. Scumbag Jacob. But I love how free-flowing and how unafraid to die FaZe are. But you've seen this, that mid-push earlier on in the half. Jacob just waltzing out onto the forklift. Such a good read of the situation. But
I think you're exactly right. Like the freedom to be able to do these kind of things. Jacob, it is a bit of a scumbag. Another sort of sign of how old the map really is. Oh, there's Jame catching Twist. This time they don't get away with the infiltration on the map.
I don't hate it though. It kind of sucks to start the round off a player down, but they've had so much success with it. And it's constantly keeping PARIVISION on their tiptoes. Jacob, once again successful with those entry fragging duties, and it's Zway that goes down, and he was a linchpin player in their comeback yesterday against Big after losing the first map of Cash. Frozen through the smoke, just nails Hobbit.
Okay then. Yeah, they lose the entry, but making up for it, Slaxy Jess again playing in this forward corner. You are very much all in this position. He does have Jame nearby, and actually, Cello has also started the move over here, so now Slaxy Jess could just play for pure damage. He doesn't have to think about trying to stay alive or get away or anything else like that. 30 seconds on the clock as well. FaZe walking into a bit of a trap. They get the first one, but the trouble's not over yet. Another 2 defenders on the other side. Jame, though, missing the first AWP shot, and the flashbang gets rid of him. Cello is certainly dead up on this high ground. Gets a couple. Panic, but to be honest, like, they were all there. I don't even know how that happens. Oh, James going to get a kill on the Frozen. PARIVISION, this has to activate the team. This should make them feel great. Early push onto the A-bomb site here. And Jacob's going to get Slaxy Jess. Get another headshot. Hobbit's now shut down. And Jame knows he might be in trouble. They're pushing in. But what a read from Jame. He realized they could be coming through the smoke. So instead of waiting for them, he blows it open and shuts them down. 2v2 now. Everything on the line right now. PARIVISION need the last couple of rounds. And they especially need it with that ridiculous 1v4 from Cello. That should never have happened, but it did anyway. Somehow reality bent to his will. And now we've got another couple of rounds left. Jaboan patiently waiting. He has the bomb, otherwise Twist will just plant and Jaboan can hold this position forever. But it's a bit of an awkward mix that they've got going on.
There is a player in the pixel angle that he was looking at to his right, that Jello. Enough time has elapsed, though, where PARIVISION may be a bit nervous about the bomb maybe transitioning across to B. Will they succumb to those doubts, those voices in the back of their head? Or do they fully commit to the site? Well, now they're about to find out that it is going to be the A side. Jabone goes in for the plant, and now it's down to Jello and Zwei, but Twists immediately evaporate Jello. There'll be no secondary heroics. Jabone missing his shot, needs to switch to his sidearm potentially, but keeps himself in transition, maneuvers around the back. It's only a Glock though. Doesn't get checked. He's fully committing to this, but still takes down Frozen.
Okay, that could be interesting. They need all the rounds they can get. Every single one of them to be picked up here. And yeah, you even steal the AK away. FaZe have a plan for how to get back into this. Got an A2 lurking over on the other side of the map, but maybe not that long. There is that double stack in the A-bomb site, and I think they stood almost on top of each other. That would mean that the rotation to B is real far away. So they could have an isolated sort of fight over on this side. I say that as Hobbit is starting to get closer. And again, he has an incendiary. Slaxy just has another incendiary. I'd say on utility alone, PARIVISION are actually in a great position.
Yeah, and that time is dangerously low. Now, the problem, though, is that Zwei is kind of by himself. There is a rotation now coming in from Slaxy Jez, but Zwei's also sat in the exact same position that Slaxy Jez killed Frozen from. So there's every reason they would check this angle again. Slaxy Jez does, though, take some of that pressure off by nailing the headshot. And now Jabone with 15 seconds. And yet you may get one, but it's so unlikely that anything else goes in his favor. He's being wrapped around on as well to make matters worse from Jello. Now he needs to move.
Position to be facing the dualies. Nice smoke wall being built, but I think it's all about this corner here. Molotov goes deep behind him, and now he's got a great spot to play in. And A2 gets one, Jabone another one, and now Frozen even being added to the mix here. So far, the defense is holding. They can back off. They don't have to fight to the death here. Twist's going to stick around in front of the smoke. I don't know if I love that. He's not even close to a bomb plant here, and now suddenly it's a 2v2. Frozen missing some shots, only for a while, though. He can only go like that. Oh, down to 3 bullets. Okay, he's got Twists with him. Jabone has gone down early. Slaxy Jez once again connecting, and actually he'll get an A2. What's he doing with this? Deagle. Hobbit is a Glock instead, but he will get Twist, and certainly it's a 2v2. Should still be a very winnable round here for FaZe, but why are you losing 3 players and giving up the bomb plant is not necessary.
I think, unfortunately, a lot of that comes down to
They actually smoke off the top of highway as well, and they do throw Molotov. I think this one goes straight into the vent, so that problem's been solved. I'm pretty sure that burned out. Oh, no. They might have counter-boosted instead. Either that or they didn't burn out Frozen at all. I'm not sure anymore.
They got the first pick onto Jacob. And that is going to try and spring Frozen into a little bit of action. He's not sure as to whether the T's going to be taking mid-control off the back of that entry or rummaging their way back over onto the sunroom and then trying to hit B. Obviously, we can hear from Zay's perspective, he's putting a whole bunch of bullets down, so there's nothing stealthy about that. But what they're questioning now is that a fake? Or is this the real deal? And it's very much the latter rather than the former, as Jabone's about to find out firsthand. Frozen now needs to go in huge and get multiple frags.
That's interesting.
Oh, we went for this counter boost as well. They got caught by it against JDC, against Big. The PARIVISION have again succumbed to this. And it's a hit and run. And now they're going to be double stacking mid. Oh, I love this re-aggression.
It's very interesting, isn't it? Cello goes down. Frozen. You're right. They did do this earlier. Now they're boosting up. Oh, all right. He did get spotted. So I think recommitting to the boost there is not going to be worth it. It might not be worth it anyway because they are in a 5-on-3. So realistically, again, if you're FaZe, this is where you want to calm everybody down, like get the troops under control. If you just keep trading out from here, then it's no problem. God, Frozen. He can't even step onto his screen here. They're just dead immediately. He's up to 16 kills. His tournament run so far has been so impressive.
Control, they're transitioning into the B side, and Slaxy Jez has got the entry he's looking for. All falls upon Jacob. He just needs to do as much damage on his way out as possible. His death is inevitable, and it comes swiftly from the hands of Zwei.
What a shot from Zwei. He's still halfway moving, it looks like. He's just so accurate with that. What is going on, Hobbits? I know there's only 10 seconds left, but you're jumping across, giving Twist a double kill. It's so risky. That smoke was never going to cover everything, and now James gets actually calming the round, though. Time is do something right now. Otherwise, you're simply going to run out of time again. They did in the last round. They find Frozen. That's a strong start, and Slaxy just, my God, what an entry. Bowen.
Now they signed Mazzinho, I think they did. It's going to be a very, very interesting team. Oh, the big kill, though, from Nietsu, not far off, giving Yellow a haircut, too. But he will withstand and stand his ground into main. And trade to the M4 as well.
Yeah, pushing those smokes, always a lot of fun. I think an underutilized feature of a bunch of maps on the CT side. And this time it is at least going to catch one of them off guard there, but they do get the kill in return, so still a minute on the clock. The bomb leaned heavily towards the B side of the map, and inside is Jacob again. He's been playing very well, Jacob, right? He's got 14 kills, but he's had a couple of rounds here where he's been out-dueled in the bomb site. Oh, and Frozen caught. Rare catch again without him getting a chance to reply. All the pressure now on Jacob. Fire. They don't have an endless amount of time. Now they're pushing up Jaboan. Oh, he should have been ready for that. That's the whole reason you're doing it, but Shui, very active. And he's going to get the shot. Takes down the AWP. Jacob has picked it up in the meantime, so I do like the idea of FaZe doing that, but PARIVISION well prepared.
Not too much to really speak of in this round unless Jacob or Twist can get activated with those two weapons. They are moving into the very stacked site, though, of A. And so maybe there are some banana peels yet they can slip over. Bomb, though, is dropped towards T, and considering that Zwei is already making a move over onto the B side. Maybe they're going to try and clear this one out. They've sent 2 players through, and a third as well in the form of Hobbits coming up on the highway, but he's already been picked off. A free kill with the USP, but Frozen misses out. Netsu will finish off. 3-play-3, and now PARIVISION realize, hold on a second, let's get the hell out of here.
James, smart to open the door, because it must keep at least one player here while the rest are rotating over to the B bomb site. So just a little bit of noise wiggling the handle there is enough to make NATO stick around. They have picked up rifles, though, so already this is a more complicated round. Footsteps towards Checkered, and Twist is going to be walking in. The timing is absolutely perfect. Shui goes down, and now they know that there's a player on the other side. They know that Jay must be somewhere outside of the bomb site. And you can see Twist already looking for him. Faking the bomb once. Slaxy, you're going to have to commit to it now. You're alone on the site. We're going to need to see a lot of sick PARIVISION clutch on this one. It's not going to happen. They did it. Frozen and James. Oh, and James is going to be quick enough here. I did like the idea. Secondary AWP, but maybe more evidence again that Frozen's position here just doesn't... He's not really fully at home in it yet. Another failed incendiary in the middle, or a Molotov there from Hobbit. They wanted to burn out the vent, and they did not. Started to become too much of a theme for me. I don't know why PARIVISION haven't learned this. I'm sure it's not that difficult. They pick up the bomb back in T-spawn, though. Somebody left it there all along. And with the man advantage in 50 seconds, let's see what they come up with.
Well, they're getting the information, but again, it's pretty slow. They are picking up the pace, though, over on B. Jacob there alone, again, with the M4. And no utility to repel them. It's why he's playing way more passive and deeper. A Twist is going to take some of that pressure and apply it directly now. Oh, the fight goes against Jacob. He needed at least one, you have to feel. That probably will be a save call.
It looked like he was moving while he was crouching, and he was repositioning, like, right when that peek happened, and made it super awkward.
Disposal as well. That utility to get the cross. So he's now going to move in. This next kill is so important.
It's a team flash, by the way. Not what you want to see. Now running through the fire. What on earth is happening? PARIVISION, what? They're doing this! Jacob coming in. There's only 10 seconds left now. Cello and Hobbit trying to recover what looked like a lost round. They ran through their own fire, and they flashed themselves getting into it. But unfortunately, we won't have to talk about it any longer. We are going to head into the game. So once again, big welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here. Second map of the semifinals, and straight into a B rush. Need to all hands on deck right now. They are trying to wrap around, though. Frozen is already coming up from lower dark. The bomb is going to be planted this time. It's a really tough retake that they're looking for. Twist trying to be in a bit early. Jacob goes down. I feel like they're trickling onto the bomb site one at a time, and maybe that's because Hobbit is keeping the other half of the push from actually entering. So a massively going to be looking at the bomb site and find that it is empty. So yeah, good work. Good fundamentals for PARIVISION.
Yeah, we know they're not a team that's ever going to be rushed into anything. They're going to play the game at their own pace. Sometimes that is a huge detriment. Sometimes not so much. Jello, double spray, triple spray, actually. And that is the round pretty much over.
He's playing it here. If it's just about the pixel, I really don't like this. I think there's a chance that you just never stand a chance here. Look at them pushing through. They actually make it just a straight contact play. So it's a smart play from PARIVISION. It almost directly counters what Nature was trying to do, and he will go down to James. He couldn't have known that. It wasn't necessarily his fault, but yeah, PARIVISION, I think they pulled out the ultimate counter to that kind of play.
I'm actually a bit surprised that Nature was able to get the one kill, because that flashbang did a lot more harm than good from the T side. I think if it didn't connect in the first play, Nature may have gone down as he was transitioning after throwing the smoke in. Either way, though, looks like PARIVISION will be getting a 3-0 start. FAZE simply don't have the funds to throw any of these guns, and with no kit, there's not really much of a hope of a retake. Going to be posting up for some exit frags, hoping that PARIVISION come out. And if they do, to be fair, like, James needs to be careful because he is pretty low HP. He has traded with Zwei. But if they walk into the CTs here, maybe Jabon can get an upgrade yet. If he can take it off the corpse of James, but they've kind of bypassed. Third player's going to be coming through, gets spotted, bit of damage, but also gets nailed by that AWP, and Jabon dies to the bomb.
Throw out his own smoke and buy more time for the team to rotate in. But because PARIVISION goes straight contact, so they don't do anything until they're on the site. My God, okay then. That's a headshot.
I just love that Jabon has the just raw audacity to say, do you know what, I'm going to take a scout, boys. I'm just going to rush mid with it. On the CT side. It's not worked out for him, but I love the idea of it anyway. The ball's on the lad.
Maybe it was never... Maybe Brokey isn't a wild, you know, crazy player. Maybe it's just... That's what it takes to be an AWPer in FAZE. Like, somehow it's like he's inherited the spirit of Brokey. Like, you could get the most boring AWPer ever, but if you put him in FAZE, somehow they just have to behave in that way. There's something weird happening, but it is a lot of fun. I agree.
Entertaining to watch. Never really know what's going to happen next with him. It has put his team in a bit of a dicey position, to be fair, and with a scout and 2 M4s, it's not as if this was a throwaway round. Like, you can still do damage. You could even feasibly win a round like this. PARIVISION, though, now making a move through on Catwalk, and again, it is contact. Still tons of utility, but they decide to just walk straight onto the site, and it's going to catch them off guard completely here.
Yeah, Frozen. He's got no utility. A little bit of a spray down, though. He does get 2, and there comes the flashbang from Long instead. Frozen gets taken down, but I thought they were going to be able to completely jump on them there. It didn't seem like FaZe had any idea what was coming. Frozen still had his eyes absolutely sharp and ready. Nade2 with the P250. He's going to get the kill, and now being hunted down. Slaxy just wants him. He's got him trapped in the corner. And he's going to be able to get the headshot too. Jacob now, he's shot James in the back, and now it's a 1v1. 10 seconds. Honestly, if you can just slow this down, Slaxy just can't run. I think Slaxy just almost has to fight. Surely he's not going to allow that. Jacob runs back. I think that's a big mistake.
He second-guessed himself, and as he had that round in the palm of his hand, but he wasn't sure. And that indecision's cost him everything. It's cost him his entire position.
Did he think he could run back to Catwalk? There's no way that could happen. That is scary. If Jacob can clutch it now, all is forgiven. But if not, that might be a huge screw-up. Oh, he gets the headshot. So Jabon has 2 angles. This is not necessarily a favorable position either. He did get away, and he almost hits the shot. It's so close. But now he's alone in the back with a sniper. Just a couple of bullets left. He connects another one. Not enough time to get the triple on this one, but he very nearly defended the bomb site alone. Zwei in the middle is there to catch any rotations. Tough retake, but with that kill, maybe it's on.
Nice shot from James, though. Perches up on the window. Almost has 2 AWPs at his disposal, so can run one dry and then switch, but it may not be required. Jacob is putting pressure over on top.
It still could be very interesting because, again, if they play straight contact, which it looks like they are, no grenades are being thrown in from the T side. So once again, Nade2, he has to throw the grenade down in front of him. Frozen gets 1, but Nade2 is shot through the smoke. Headshot, and Cello picks up Frozen. An outrageous recovery of the round here for PARIVISION. At least we'll give them the bomb plant.
Not like this, surely, FaZe. Not after a lengthy technical problem. Losing out to pistols. And this B-side's been a consistent problem, a consistent theme of PARIVISION's aggression. The smoke's going to start to subside. They do have kits, and of course, they've got utility, they've got incendiaries, they've got HEs, they've got flashes, they've got everything they could ask for, but they need an entry. And with Jabon being an aggressive AWPer, you better believe he's going to be itching to get in there. But they're occupying up in the window. It's another Glock kill. How is this happening for FaZe?
It's a good question. Twister's the one to go down next, and now Hobbit trying to see if he can stay alive. Dancer around the boxes, Jabot hunting for him, and he can't actually get the shot.
Just anyone, NK, get involved and say, listen, this isn't working. We need to start switching things up. Jabot, though, gets aggressive, throwing long doors. It gets a pick. And that's Wade that's sent out of the round for the rest of this round. HE's been tossed in. Decent damage. Yellow chipped down to 25.
Ooh. Twist hoping to get aggressive. Finding this one. It's James to take down Jabot, and he wanted to follow it up. So a couple of kills given back over to the PARIVISION side. And not even ones that they had to hunt for. They come to them instead. And now stack on the A-bomb site. But PARIVISION notoriously are a very careful team. Their slow nature makes it hard to stack a bomb site against them and not be found out. They Molotov the middle here. This could be fine for FaZe if they actually show up long. That could be interesting, but let's just see. Lurk smoke over at the B bomb site thrown in from Slackshijez. Now going to be the smoke towards CT spawn. They might actually end up here. Oh, I don't know. If PARIVISION give this round back, that actually would be devastating for them.
Even if they do move into this stack side, though, it's hard for me to see FaZe being able to hold on with a 5-7 in play. Frozen's gone down as well. Even if it is low on time, they've more than likely cracked open the site now. Hobbit takes a stray bullet to the head, but the bomb's making moves. And that's an awkward one for Hobbit. Peeking with no ammunition left is completely unnecessary. And now that James missed his shot, it's going to get awkward, but Jello was on the backstab.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. And weirdly, even though Dust 2 is obviously a good AWP map, one of the things that maybe doesn't play so well to on the CT side specifically is the more aggressive AWPing that it seems like Jabone is into doing. So, like, if he's going to be pushing, like, where is he going to be doing that realistically? Maybe catwalk and down towards middle early in a round. You could push into lower dark. Teams will do that. Obviously, you see AWPers sometimes do that. But those are also pretty high-risk plays. Yeah, I kind of...
Oh, they're going for B again, though. This time Frozen's alongside Near 2, so he's going to try and help him out with some firepower. Headshot has connected, but it's not going to be enough for the outright kill. Now Near 2 stuck in the middle of nowhere. One kill goes in his favor, but he's being tagged down from multiple angles. Twitz does find the perfect timing, though, to deal with Jane, and gives them a way back in for a 3v3, 2 players of which are very low on PARIVISION.
Yeah, I think that's the essential point that you brought up there. The low health makes this an all doable round, and FaZe kind of have to go for it. We know that B-takes or retakes are really, really hard to do, but they're so far behind in rounds. If they want any chance of getting back into this, Twist might have got a slight assistance there, taking down Cello. Unfortunate, but because he was low, he's almost instantly dead. Slackshijez is also low on health. Shui trying to get through the window. He gets one and makes it a double. Takes down Jabo, and now Jacob on the other side. He's got the kit, sure, but that bomb is so far ticked already, and Shui...
Far off Twist does spin around. Also negates the flashbang. Really well played by Twist, and throws the grenade as a parting gift. Kind of stuck in an awkward spot. The Molotov is now cleared away, so he is able to just back off to the site. And he's also wasted a lot of time off the clock as well.
That's wild. He also picked up the AK in the middle of it. Like, he got done shooting his own M4, immediately picked up the AK, and like you said, did everything else around it. Huge contribution. Back at the B-bomb site. You want to see Nate make this work, and along with Frozen too. 18 seconds on the clock. It's a classic PARIVISION round here. Counter smoke through the door, so making it very hard. They're being funneled through the window instead. Frozen! He goes down to Slackshijez. Oh, but Nate, that's a strong double. The bomb is still implanted down there, and maybe there's a way back in here for PARIVISION. They get the kill onto Nate. This is not done yet. Jame and Hobbit are alive, and they want to steal this round away. They really want to cement their victory here on this map. And Jame in the window, ready to go for it. Doesn't see anyone. They're already through the smoke inside of the site. Hobbit can't get the double spray down, and it's over on this side. Frozen and Natu, they have been having a tough time, and now they lose Twist in the middle. This is not going to make it any easier. That lurk smoke is up. They know someone's coming through. Natu, has got it back covered. Doesn't seem like it. Frozen, he does get a kill, but it was after Nate. It can't be the case that you're just getting shot in the back.
But what's confusing to me here, though, Anders, is as Jabone's going to try and hold on to his AWP, it looks like he'll be successful. What's confusing to me, though, is that they had so much proactivity when it came to Cash, and almost nothing when it comes to Dust 2. Like, another way to...
with the AWP, but Again, it's not really been taken over the map. Say that as he does take down Hobbit. So at least there is that. Up to 8 kills, along with Twist on that side. Round number 12 here, so FaZe, the best they could hit 4. I still think it's competitive if they get 4. It's not great, but you can still turn that around, so I don't want to get too carried away either. Frozen in the middle, finally having a bit of success. It's been kind of a tough half for him in many ways. Along with Natu, they've been attacked a lot, and they haven't necessarily come out on top. James nearly killed in this one. It's a decent Molotov, but he can't capitalize on it.
Nicely done by Frozen. They have made a bit of an adjustment. Now Frozen, who's been playing typically on B, now in mid, and he's getting the success. And it surprises me it's taking this long to fully unlock him. Because what Frozen wants to be is just a pain in the ass. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to be able to take duels and just win on his reaction and his superior aim. And playing like passively, almost like very, very reactively and patiently on the B side, and baited in by Slaxy at range with that USP. There is utility. They're going to be tossing it in right now.
Yeah, they're ready to go. I think you're exactly right. A little bit of a bait here from Slaxy, and now Cello just perfectly peeked the corner there. Look at how they're playing off each other. We never saw even a glimpse. I hate to bring it back to Frozen and Natu, but this is the kind of teamwork. It's so basic, but you've got one player that's distracting them and someone else peeking. They are running into the Glocks, though. In PARIVISION, there's no way. Low on health for Jabot and Natu, but there's still plenty of time in the round, and it is a 3-on-3. The bomb, unfortunately, is committed to the site. That's a bit awkward, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very awkward, and it feels like at this stage, FaZe would do well to send a player mid. I think the reason they're not, though, is that 2 players are so low. But if anything, that puts him under more duress and pressure going through into tunnels, because a stray bullet down a choke point like this is going to kill multiple people. In actual fact, it's Natu, the traitor, shoots Jabot in the back of the head. And it's about to go from bad to a whole lot worse. There's now Twist has also been dinked down, and there's no way they can get onto the site.
Version of FaZe, so I don't want to say goodbye to Dust 2 just yet. They will have a chance for a buy, obviously, before it's too late. But that first rifle round that's coming up for FaZe will probably dictate whether or not this is going to be a very short map, or at least we'll have some, some bang for a buck here on the second map.
We tend to agree with that. Problem for me, though, is that, again, those T-side problems, will they consistently be an issue that they have to contend with here on Dust 2? It seems like it's so far. Hobbit, though, stray bullet does connect to the head of Jacob, and Jaboin, hold on a second, they got 2 Glock kills. Where's that come from? How's that happened?
I really, truly don't know. Bomb getting planted now on top of it. They got the FAMAS. Okay. Natu, that's action-packed, if nothing else. Pretty bold move. Jabot in here, and he gets jumped upon by probably 3 different players at once. Slack's just the one to get the kill, and they'll recover the round. So.
Does have Sway up close, but if they were to execute, there's not much that Sway could do about this. Although James nailed the first shot, and that's going to force this aggressive play from Frozen. The bomb's been dropped down. It's next to CT spawn.
One of the cardinal sins of getting too close to that railing so that the bomb tips on over, and Frozen wasn't even close. He jumped up on the railing. That is a bit of a disaster. And you're right, James with that early shot. He finishes the 1 kill before he dies. What is going on? He's been defeated by gravity?
Bruh. Oh no. When it rains, it pours. I mean, this is about as depressing as round you could ask for FaZe, and this is their rifle. This is what they've been playing towards. Natu gets a awkward Zello as he's trading weapons, but there's 10 seconds. They have to fully commit to this bomb plant. And Natu's got another one. Stop giving him 1v1s, PARIVISION. This is madness. You had a 4v2.
If they allow them to get back in, that would truly be absurd. Slaxy walking into the one side. Natu is here. He's already picked up the double, and a slow peek might get you killed. Indeed, good spray for Natu. For all the criticism we've had his way.
Flashes over onto long. Finally, we're going to see a long play from FaZe. Good flashes, and Zwei caught out in the middle of nowhere. To be fair, just a USP by his side anyway, so chances of getting anything done were slim to none. And maybe we've got a game on our hands after all. And we talked about the rifle round and how important it was. It started horribly, let's be honest, but it at least ended well.
Oh, yes. Good recovery. Jabot in here. the first time that we've seen anyone really attacking long in any kind of a normal way. They will leave one player and start to investigate the B bomb site, but they'll find nobody. NATO having some success over here. I kind of don't want to see him stick around just because of this exact thing. I think you're giving over an AK, and you've probably already run the round. So I don't think there's much to gain from sticking around there. But it's a small detail. FaZe overall should probably just be happy that they are starting to win rounds now. It's a 10-6 scoreline. That's going to be coming up after this one. So they're not out of the woods yet here. PARIVISION, this is where you want to see them focus. Not going to find anything yet here. Cello does go down. Oh, that's good. The kill on Jacob. And now there's grenades everywhere, but they're counter-smoked off. What a great smoke from the CT side that slowed them down. Is that enough? A smoke in the middle and a kill on Jacob, and now we're down sub 30 seconds. Surely it'll take more to slow down FaZe. But they're walking in towards the B bomb site. This feels so telegraphed right now. Jaboan almost has to get a kill, but he can't on the catwalk. Sway takes him down instead. 3 versus 4, and with 15 seconds on the clock, they're walking onto the B bomb site. I can't imagine they can really break through. Hobbit takes twists. He does burn alive.
That's where you can have AWPers like James. It's actually a position he really likes playing when they go for forward angles, but instead he is locking down long. And Jaboan, again, not really able to have too much success. And it does feel like a lot of the entrying does fall on his shoulders. So him going down is going to put a lot more pressure on the Jacob and Frozen kind of combination. And keep in mind that Frozen's 8-14. We have not seen a performance like this from him at the entire event so far. Coming unraveled as time goes on. 40 seconds, smoke down now, and FaZe trying to get aggressive out on long.
Yeah, they got the bomb back down there as well. They've got twists on the AWP. He's looking to see if he could find anyone on top of the smoke, but that's not been the case. Sway here. Dangerous position. You're very committed. You're not going to get out of this fight. He can't find the shot that was right between their heads. And A2 is the one to take him down. And honestly, for PARIVISION, a question here about how much you want to go for this. You could lose a lot of rifles here. The one way back for FaZe is if the money is disappeared completely from the CT side. Oh, what a jump. That is James showing some tricks out long. Slaxy just with the headshot. Jacob and Frozen, they're the last ones left. And that bomb is only just planted. There's still time for the retake. James wheeling in that AWP on long, hoping to catch somebody, but they're both hiding on the bomb site behind the boxes. Now he's just pulled out the USB and is running in. The only worry that I have is there's so little utility on the PARIVISION side. They've got one smoke, one instant. So many ways to do it on Dust too. We talked about catwalk, but I mean, you could go for a double push into upper dark as well from the B bomb site. That's a nice blowing open of the smoke. James will pick up the kill. Frozen gone from the round.
It's a delay. It's all set up for a delayed long hit, though. All of this is just a misdirection. It's all a ruse. And PARIVISION know it. Now rotating 4 players onto long side on A. Oh, FaZe may have just overthought this entirely. They're about to walk into a stack.
Yeah, I think you're onto something here. This is going to be a very, very hard round to get out of 3 people on long. Hobbit, he's inside of the smoke, and that's because he has the MP9. Otherwise, he would be playing with the team right now, but he's ready to sacrifice himself. And honestly, 1 kill should pretty much cement this. It's a risky play, but the reward could be huge. 30 seconds on the clock. They're still waiting for that smoke to disappear, and Jaboan, running and shooting. It's a wild kill. Sway goes down. Couldn't find cover behind the car. It's Jacob with the headshot. Now 20 seconds on the clock, and it's a 3 versus 4 here. They're getting onto the site itself. Jacob does die trying to cross, and it's not because the smoke was blown open. I think it was just a random burst coming through, and NATO this whole time has been covering catwalk. So once the bomb is down, they're in a very strong afterround position. FaZe, a man down early and still looking very good to win this round.
I'm surprised they're even thinking of going for this. James is 10 HP.
They'll run right through it. On to B we go. No delay on this one. Hobbit is dead, but they're still on the site. Double kill for Cello. Might be enough until Jacob gets there. He's ready to take the fight down middle. That's scary. You know the AWP is there somewhere. You probably don't want to be facing that.
Yeah, that's a wild peek, I've got to say. Especially when you know James alive. Like, you're peeking into an AWP. There's no need to do that at all. Now, they have a molly and a couple of flashes on Jacob. Jaboan has an incendiary and a flash of his own. And there's another molly on the ground. Got to start throwing those ones in. Jacob has spotted a player in tunnels. Now going to be focusing on them. Not extend to Frozen, and that's going to maybe bait them into a false sense of security. Slaxy checks it, but half so. Hobbit's there to at least deal fatal damage, but this is going to take all of their initiative off long, and it allows FaZe to get close.
And there's still a player in middle as well, lurking around. Jabot, and he goes down. He was that mid player lurking, so he's not going to be there any longer. Jacob with a long spray. It's close. And it will be Natu nailing James there in CT spawn. Jacob gets the reload.
Two sets of eyes across the catwalk, and Long comes in. That's a tag. Slaxy Jez on 8 HP. Jabot in impact again, even if it's not the outright frag. PARIVISION on the brink of elimination.
Oh, what a devastating way to go out if it turns out in this fashion. FaZe, 1 round away. And Slaxy has already taken a fair bit of damage. The utility is at an all-time low for the PARIVISION side, which again makes retakes very, very tricky. There's no defuse kit either. A bomb plant here could easily be enough to push FaZe into the grand finals. Molotov in the middle. And Cello gets a tag through as well, so a little bit of damage onto him. A minute on the clock, and everything about this is screaming catwalk at the moment.
The lack of AWP as well. James can't hold this position the way he's sat, and he loves this angle. One of the best players in the world with the AWP here.
They can't even stop the Molotovs. If they Molotov out James, he's no smokes. So he's just going to be running out of the fire while they're getting onto it here. Wall of smoke has been set up. No more utility thrown in afterwards. Twist is the first to die. James looking for it, but he couldn't find it in time. Sway doing everything that he can to get this into OT. They do not want to leave the semi-final yet. Cello, though, he goes down. Natu, he's really brought it back. 18 kills and Frozen activated. It leaves Hobbit and Slaxy Jazz there, and one of them already low from the earlier round here. 15 seconds as the bomb is planted. Hobbit sneaking up close before his teammate is there. And it turns out to have been a decent move. He takes down Natu and leaves Frozen. Last man alive, but one of the best players you could have in a clutch like this one. Up on the catwalk. Oh, but he spotted him at the same time. And the crosshair straight on. And in fact, they've not even gone through CT spawn. Somehow Twist made his way back. Sway, in a panicked move, wants to keep it alive, and he will spray down Jacob through the smoke. But the bomb is planted in the meantime. There is a single Molotov on Frozen that he just tossed into catwalk. I almost wished he would have saved it because there are no more smokes on the PARIVISION side, so they couldn't have stopped it in a potential post-plant defuse here. Twist landing a shot. Jaboin activated, and Hobbit not even believing his own eyes. Twist is behind him somehow. James,
and they're going to be pushing aggressively again here. Molly's down, and Jacob dies to it.
Yeah, but somehow Natu, just as the smoke is blown open, he's able to catch Hobbit, so not the end of the world, and it wasn't a full commitment. Super important, man. Natu's really been battling his way back. This T side for him, both in regulation and here in OT, he's putting in a lot of work. Hopefully that momentum can carry over when they start defending the B bomb side. I'm so curious how they end up doing that. But now it's been cooled off a little bit on long. They're going to set up that smoke for the doors in the middle. And then it looks like they just want to recommit to long push again. They can't help themselves. Smoke goes up. If you were feeling really brave, you might try and pop your way through it, but if not, it's going to be kind of late in the round.
Keeping them interested again over on mid side, while 3 of the 4 players occupying outside long. They'll know from the last round, Jacob will be relaying the information that Sway was behind the door, so they're definitely going to check this again. Getting out way earlier. Molotov down into pit's going to give their position away. But there is Sway on the car. They're going to Molotov this out. I don't think it's spread to him. He's still behind the car.
Oh, God. That could actually get all of them killed. There's just a little pocket behind there. He's ducked down to not show his helmet. Oh, wait. Natu still picks it up somehow. Sway's got to be furious. Slaxy Jazz, he wants to get back into it, but the one kill is all he could get here is Cello. He does pick up another one, but again, this long push has worked for FaZe. 6 seconds on the clock, trying to get the jump. Cello, he knows someone's planting the bomb, but he can't stop it. Another jump would have been too risky. And now the retake is on. Jaboin and Frozen defending, and now Cello and James walking up. Scoped up already. James, one connection here could seal the deal. They must win one of these rounds on the CT side, but Jaboin, he's more than ready. Cuts down James. It feels like when you get sort of that far out, You end up trying to clear the other side of it. Flash around the corner. He's standing his ground. It's all on this. What a clear from Jacob. His crosshair in the perfect position, and then Hobbit goes down as well. FaZe. Oh my god, they've brutalized them in this second half. And all radio calling it in, saying, I'm going to need a lot of backup in this round. A minute on the clock. They're actually pretty quick with it here. And Hobbits, there we go. Shut him down.
Hell of a shot. Bowen. It looked like he was going to get a collateral lineup for a second. I got to say, like, I thought he was going to be in the money. Great call from James as well. And I think the way that you potentially approach OT is going to change drastically depending on the score. Like, if it's 12-12, do they stack 3 players B? Maybe not. But you've got a buffer of rounds. So you might as well go for a gamble. The gamble's
the brakes on that a little bit earlier, and oh my god, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. James murdering Frozen through those double doors in the middle. He's dead and gone.
And look at the impact that has for the positioning of FaZe, by the way. Netiu is completely alone on B. It's forcing Jaboin into action on middle. Smoke now clearing. Be careful what you wish for, though, PARIVISION, because this could get Jaboin involved. And we know just how rapid he can be on the draw with that AWP.
Yeah, something to be worried about. We haven't even really got, I think, to see the full Jaboin experience yet today. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Smoke off towards the CT spawn position. He's going to counter smoke that out. Super important work to do this. It means they've got more information on what's happening. They don't have to be too worried about it. Netiu alone in B for the minutes. Long could be an interesting fight. If Jacob can win that fight, especially if he gets both, then it's straight on, and FaZe could win the whole series right here. But otherwise, it will leave Twist alone at the bomb site. Smoke wall going up. Jacob, oh, not even being checked here. No flashes around the corner either. Now Hobbit coming in. Oh, but he misses the chance. Reveals himself, and Twist surely going to swing for this fight. He will. Catches Hobbit with a grenade in hand. Bomb is being planted, but this could be a nightmare, Vince. 2v3. And James, oh, he's quick on the shot. My God, he's fast now. Jaboin is dead. And maybe there's chance for PARIVISION. They want that double OT.
Puts Jaboin in his place. Shows he is the senior for a reason. And now he's going to be peering down up on the catwalk. Players coming in. It's another flick from James. And more importantly, he survives. All the pressure now on Twists. He knows that James dropped into CT. No idea where Slaxy currently presides. And although the bomb is planted for short, the second he tickles that bomb...
It's just a scout. Like I said, they spent a lot of money in that earlier round trying to retake it. And he goes down. Easy work for Sway. Jacob is here and Twist is there as well. The money is just so wretched on the side of FaZe, unfortunately. And PARIVISION are trying to play this one calm and rationally. They want to check the entire bomb site. They want to make sure that they can plant the bomb without getting interrupted, and they've done just that. This should be a near impossible retake. Jacob, he gets one. Sway's really racking up the kills in this round. 3 for him. Spins around and takes down Netiu. Make it a quad kill. Good.
Gets this kill. Spots the player, and it's going to be Hobbit that comes out, but it's Netiu behind him that actually gets the frag. But in doing so, PARIVISION pick up the pace and just rush straight into B.
Yeah, kind of smart for Sway to actually not commit to the fight there, because if he does, again, they've got that 5-on-3 very likely that they can turn into a retake. And now instead, in spite of getting the opening, this is very tough indeed to get back into. One single HE left on Sway. Some flashbangs on FaZe, but not that much utility to actually get through this. And it is the hardest bomb site in the whole pool to actually retake. Cello taking down Jacob to begin with. They're trying to get in through the door. And Slaxy just waiting out long. Unfortunately waiting for death there as Jacob comes around the corner. That might set up for something. Any CT rounds right now, they seem to be worth their weight in gold. Grenade on top, lands straight in the face of Cello. He's one of the really big forces here in the OT. Hobbit gets a kill on the Jacob, and now burned out. Cello's very nearly dead behind it, but still finding more kills somehow. Twist with the double headshot, and now Frozen being added to the mix here. James, you just need 1 kill, and you're probably going to be fine. And there's the little flick on a Twist, and I think Frozen, how can you defuse this? You would be
on to save FaZe in this round.
They've never been able to hold it, but maybe there's a chance now. Frozen certainly doing a great job. Twist comes barreling through the mid-smoke, takes down Hobbit, and Netiu hiding. Oh, God, crouches right on the Sway's aim, and is able to defeat him.
The prospects of a potential B-wrap. Jacob breaks the deadlock. It's James that goes peeking on long doors, and the AK prevails.
On top of that, Cello died at the back of the B bomb site through the smoke. So a couple of devastating casualties early on the PARIVISION side. Now they lose Slaxijez. Jaboin, easier shot for him down the middle there. But this has fallen apart completely. Jacob, you call it out. You know that someone's up there. Flash in to put a little bit more pressure on. But the fact is there's nobody at the B bomb site. Interesting find for Hobbit. But this would be a 1 in a 10,000 round if somehow PARIVISION could bring this one back. It's a 2-on-5 that they've turned into a 2-on-4, admittedly. But they realize there is not a single B defender.
That smoke has faded. 15 seconds. Bomb getting planted now. The timing as well. Jacob's so patient. Coil Viper strikes onto Hobbit. And there is no anti-venom available. Neither for Zwei. He's living on borrowed time. May get the first kill. Unlikely he gets anything better than that. Actually lets them go by. Hold on a second. Is he thinking of trying to defuse this?
He is, yeah. But I think they're too close, unfortunately. It's a really, really cool idea. Because they were running away and hunting for utility. So if he doesn't get the shot, oh, they walk in around him. Need to instead. And they don't want to chase him down. I don't blame them. James is a scary AWPer, but at some point you're going to have to go for this. You've lost lower dark as well, so you're fully committed to this. You're never going to make it back to the other side of the map here. You must hit this A bomb site and get past James right now.
Zwei's going to be locking it down, though, on Catwalk. Both players dead, one-dimensional. No reason for PARIVISION to look at anything apart from Long. And Jaboin, not even pulling the trigger on that. Almost couldn't believe that someone's wide swung looking for intel. HE tossed up. Damage done, but it's not going to be enough, and they may try and survive, but there's two players hunting them down on long doors. Jaboin gets the first. May very well anticipate a second there, but he's not quite fast enough.
That is right over his head in the smoke. Scary stuff. We're going to be seeing another long commitment, and James, again, like you said, a bit of a superhero cape on his back, trying to get his team onto the third map. Flick does not connect, and they're so flashed, caught in the open sway for once, but Hobbit, deadly accurate. Takes down Frozen. Nate can't find it, even though he's out, in fact. So a little bit early, perhaps, but let's see if they can get the pressure on. They're now rushing onto the bomb site. James with a kill, spins around. He's ready to fight. He's got one bullet left, and it will not be enough. Oh, Jaboin almost gave him a fair shot at it as well. He actually killed him with a single click there. And now they're on the defuse. Quick one as well with the kit played out. Knife is in. Almost.
The Mac 10 and these two Tech 9s are a little bit low in terms of the utility front, though. In actual fact, one of those is a deagle, and Jacob puts it to use.
PARIVISION, you have to a good start. Don't give it up now. Jaboin will try to look for a kill, but he goes down. Frozen activated immediately afterwards, and Hobbit here desperately trying to find someone with the SMG, but they've been run over. Again, that B bomb site is tricky to hold even at the best of times. Cello, definitely not easy to keep going this long. Right through the smoke they go. Shui, you cannot believe it, but he's found two headshots on the 5-7. Nearly ran out of bullets there, but Jacob is there to pick it up. So Cello can't continue the great fight that Shui had at the beginning of that round. Slaxijez, they know that he's back here. A flash goes over the wall, and Jacob, oh my god, he had the double kill lined up. How does he not get that? It might create an opening and a path back into the round if a PARIVISION. They obviously do not have a defuse kit, but at least they have the man advantage, and there's still some time left. And look at this flank coming in from Hobbit. It's being watched by Frozen. Oh my god, it's deadly accurate, all on Jaboin with 70 self-health. I see if he can actually do this. They picked up a kit in the meantime. There was one on the ground. Does he know? I think he could have defused already, Hobbit, but he goes the direct way instead. He ran away from the bomb. You've got to get back and defuse it. Oh my! Shine through and have a big impact in certain rounds. Slaxijez to go down. Oh my god. They forced up into the round, and now they're making it work. Nate, question though, if they can help investigate what happened, that actually would be awesome. Hobbit traded out. I like the boost. You got to do something when you don't have that many weapons. Frozen started to feel it again. He's 6-2, and I think the last time we saw Frozen on this map as well, he was kind of a demon. Oh, wrong way for Sway. Only had the pistol anyway, but yeah, save the M4 if you're Cello here. I don't think there's much else to be done. You need the money. You need something to keep the next couple of rounds alive here. FAZE
can. So it is just delaying and weakening them.
With HEs and Molotovs and incendiaries or whatever they do. Hobbit has now also got his MP9 trained on this angle, and they've got Cello rotating in. So 3 people defending. Trade is in early. Pretty good shot from Jacob. 30 seconds on the clock here as they're trying to punch in the digits on that bomb, and they will get it through. But Twist is already getting tagged up. Natu on 69 health as well. But somehow they've survived into the afterplant. There should be a kit on the ground somewhere. I think they had one in the previous round, but I'm not seeing it at the moment. So maybe I'm wrong about that too. If not, suddenly they have to be a lot quicker on this retake. This could get very dicey.
Volley on Twist, but he's not going to be...
A couple of grenades in return, but it doesn't really do that much damage to him. Cello in the corner, a cold position. His eye's not fully ready for this one. Jacob just crouches in. And I think they assisted with a flashbang on top of it. So 50 seconds on the clock. The bomb is way far back towards T-spawn at the moment. It's not necessarily a problem yet, but if they wrap this into an A hit, there is a player lurking. And it's not just any player, it's James.
The master at it. But they're losing their players on the other side of the map, and now they can fully focus him down. But James has gone unchecked. 2 kills come through. It's going to be good enough to at least get their interests back onto the site now. If he dies without anything, there's no way they go for this. But now there is a reason for Hobbit and Slaxy to make a go. They have a kit as well.
Man, I thought that was going to be it, especially once he hit the first shot there. Imagine that if you successfully draw everyone to the B bomb site and then you run into one lurking AWP in the corner. A great read for James to stick around. I mean, he got the double kill. See if his team can make up for the rest of it. This time there definitely is a defuse kit, but they lose Hobbit. And unfortunately for Slaxy,
Molotov's down as well. Try and deal with that. It's a little bit too shallow. Jake,
20 seconds on the clock. Sway up on this plateau. No flashes around the corner, and he's going to get the first one. This could be an all-out disaster. FaZe, you've done so much work to build into this. There would have been no more money on the PARIVISION side, but now with 10 seconds on the clock, they're trying to boost. You could have time for that. Stop boosting. It really isn't a counter. An AK and a Galil and some pistols to upgrade with. They want to hit this bomb site very hard this time. And no slowing it down. And with that kind of an opening, why would you? Slaxy, you're the only one that could save this round, and he knows it. And he might try and do it as well. Great burst to get another headshot. Can he get the third? No, twist. Oh, man. James, it's a nice attempt. Honestly, I really appreciate that. 5-7 trying to run in. No one's checking this back, and I have no idea why. You've got time. You're not in a hurry. Now they're losing to USPs. Oh, my God. Just get the makeup on and the red nose. What is going on? FaZe, why did you need to do this? I get it. Like, the aggressive push from James makes it seem like...
to have the players in the right position.
Absolutely.
But you do have to have questions over FaZe's T rounds at the moment. It is going to be a full-on eco, of course. Full-on Glocks across the board. And Zwei is hungry to get himself some kills. Pad those stats. There's a kill for him. Falls back. Make sure he doesn't overextend. Really like that as well. Plays at an angle where it's easier for him to hold off against multiple players. Smallest of margins in the corner of the box. Otherwise, that AWP would have had him. And Jaboan goes down to the hands of James. Here comes Hobbit. Frozen stands his ground for one. But they've now seen multiple players down on ramp, and FaZe have to move forward. Additionally, they don't really have mid control. Nietu's trying to take that one, but his teammates are still hemorrhaging over on the other side of the map.
Yeah, Jacob trying to make a big play. He wanted to push with the smoke and catch them, but unfortunately, it only digs the hole a little bit deeper for FaZe. 35 seconds. I can't imagine how they get back into this round. Already covered on this side. Shui, if he stays here, it's such a big off angle. They will burn him back, so at least they can focus on the fight. That's really good. Slaxy just goes down, but Shui comes right back in. They do not have a kit either, but it doesn't really matter. The whole battle is already here. 3 people on the defense. Slaxy just with the opening kill of the second half, and now Twist goes down. It's perfect for Cello. Double kill with the Glock. And Natu and Frozen, honestly, you might as well save the armor. I don't think you're making it back in this one. There's a 10-second diffuser waiting for them. Nice shots. But, yeah, the way is blocked here. It shouldn't be happening again. They are coming through the smoke, and there's a team kill to add to it. James murdering everyone in front of him. But at least he's got the job done. Comfortable playing with a low timer like this. Straight up the ramp we go. It's Jaboan to begin with. And now the backup's going to be called for everyone starting to rotate over to the B-bomb site. Sway gets one, Cello on the other. The headshots are coming through for the T side. A little bit of an interruption, though, as Twist finds one with the FAMAS. The bomb is attempted, but not planted. He's forced out of there by the one lone incendiary still left now. Natu lands a shot, and it's all come undone. Oh, he really wants that bomb plant, but let's see if he can actually find the angle. No is the answer. Jaboan's already found him. Oh, it's such a disaster when you're on this bomb site. They're trying one more time, but more tags are ringing through. There's no safety, and now the smokes are faded. Oh, dear.
Again, honestly, Jacob's done a great job, though. He's just spammed the smoke, not allowed them to cross or go for that plant. And now, like you highlight, because the smoke is cleared, they can't get the plant down without giving their position away. They're trying to fake as though they're not fully committed on A, but we know otherwise, and so does Jacob. He's heard the footsteps now. The call will come through. Any extra kill or damage from Jacob is just massive, and he nails the headshot on Zwei.
That's a mad reaction time again. He saw the jiggle. Does commit to the fight here, and maybe a little bit too soon. The bomb is not planted. You don't have to rush in there already, but this is really scary for PARIVISION. Incendiary down, and yeah, they have to go back. They've lost so much map. Even has a late incendiary if they get there. Jacob is one as well. Twist with a strong shot, and Jacob just shutting it down on the ramp. 2 kills for him, and I think that might be the end of the round for them here. PARIVISION still trying to claw their way back. Pushing.
I like this play a lot, for the say. I don't love that Jacob's peeked it alone, though. Twist may get one, but he's going to get overwhelmed. Yeah, I like the idea, but the execution was horrid.
Well, frozen as ever. The last vanguard of the B-bomb site. Very crisp on those couple of kills that might have turned it around. The bomb is, again, further back, so it's a bit awkward. Somebody has to go back and pick it up. Instead, they're fighting in front of it. 35 seconds now, and A2 will get Hobbit and Main. A2 on the plateau. Easy enough spray down on the first, and that's a problem because the bomb is now alone and isolated. They will get A2, though, wrapping up behind him. 30 seconds on the clock, and deep grenades go in to try and stop them from entering from CT spawn. 25 seconds, but again, you got to remember, planting the bomb is not always easy. They've created a lot of space here, and the bullets coming through, they don't connect with anyone. So now it's a retake instead here. FAZE, they've done a good job winning 5 in a row, but they can't let PARIVISION back in.
No, I think the fact that Jacob is low here as well is going to make this really difficult to pull off. They're kind of tripping over one another in tempo, getting a bit claustrophobic. Dink does connect, but there's not enough bullets where that came from. Having to switch to the sidearm as Jaboin. It won't be the outright kill. NK, head on hands, has to just watch on. It must be so frustrating, so painful to see his team lose out in this potential retake. And there's nothing that Twist can do. He just has to save the M4, tries to deny the offer, but actually misses out on his shot.
Could be fun, it could be interesting. We're already losing our minds here. Oh, it's a good push. Twist with a bit of revenge for the last round. Takes down Hobbit, and honestly, PARIVISION, they should go. They might as well. You're not going to claim the rest of the map back anyway, so up the ramp onto the B-bomb site. Plenty of time on the clock, of course. Jaboin, he's Molotov out in the back. Jacob, oh, it's a great spray down. He gets a second headshot as well, and actually dinks. No, nearly dinks Slackshajaz. The thought I saw that, but eyes deceived me. 2 versus 4. And the bomb, it might get planted, but how long can they hold on? Not long is the answer. Frozen. Molotov behind them, pretending like they're not in front. It's a very clever idea, but it still leaves Twist alone here. A bit awkward, and Slackshajaz gets Twist killed. 4 versus 3. They had that mind game. It was Frozen, throwing in an incendiary behind his teammates to pretend like they were really far back on B. But PARIVISION did not bite on that one.
Yeah, still doing their due diligence by checking their angles. I think you're spot on, though. It's kind of that game of back and forth chess. You're not likely to outsmart James, I'll tell you that much. But not many teams would position 2 players up close like that without having a player cave watching heaven. And again, it just goes to show that they don't have much respect for James making those mid calls. Nietsu's going to have to go Herculean here to try and save his team. He doesn't...
Ties up the game at 11-11. Going to have the AWP and the M4 saved. Cash is going to be a problem here. All tied up. Failed run boost there. Or maybe not, actually. Frozen. He did fly on over. They double back towards the B-bomb site. Twist here trying to spray. Oh, it's James. Steps up every single time when they need him. Finds Twist and sends him to an early grave. 3 versus 5 now. And remember, the money is everything to FAZE here. Wait, what? They get a couple of kills immediately. A2 with another headshot. Yeah, back online. Hobbit and Slackshajaz now holding on for dear life in the cave. Incendiary, they try to burst him down, try to wallbang him to stop the defuse.
But they out of the tournament. This time it's Twists getting down, flash through. They find their target, and Hobbit is neutralized. But the spray from Slackshajaz gets 2!
Can't even see what he's shooting at, but it doesn't matter. He's just got one angle to burst them down. Jacob and Twist jumping for dear life on the other side, and somehow they both get caught. The flash was great, and Twist, he did land the kill. Now Frozen. This is maybe a spot that could be overlooked. Sway is looking for it, and now they know he's surrounded. They're everywhere. Jame with the Tech 9. Overtime now. 2 kills away. Jaboan, he's not been playing badly, but this would be a great time for some of his mad shenanigans. Peeking into Jame, who's more than ready. They get rid of the Danish Orper and Natu. Again, he's been playing a cool tournament so far, but a 1 versus 4 at this stage. Not unless PARIVISION makes some very critical mistakes, and they won't. They've already smoked him off here, trying to engage.
But which of these two teams will live to tell the tale and move forward? Jacob, wide swings, gets the kill on Hobbit, and just backs off into Cave.
And I think the wide swing part of that sentence is the critical part. If he goes for a jiggle or a really shallow sort of crouch into that fight, I think he's just instantly going to get killed by Hobbit. But that is such a wide swing that Hobbit is not able to react in time. Really well played. And it kind of forces the hand of PARIVISION a bit. They lost control on that side of the map. They're in red room, though. If they could get Natu here, maybe there's a way back. And he's put in this position. Very hard to turn the corner against him. And Slaxyjess will not have any success with it either. 50 seconds on the clock here. They need to go for it. The bomb is alone on Shui. If he dies, the round is certainly going to be over. And Natu's dancing around the utility. He will get the headshot on Sway, and the bomb is right there in front of him. What a gift.
So Zoe has just literally thrown an alarm system saying, hey guys, I'm in A main, by the way. Like, he could have caught him off guard. He could have maybe even caught both of them.
Yeah. I think that's a fair point. There's a desperate fight here, but of course you can't really, with 25 seconds, run across the map to fight the whole team. You can make it a bit expensive, I suppose. Don't think that's the biggest deal in the world. Maybe one of the upsides for FaZe. And again, pushing out. Jacob wants to be near the T-side entrance to the cave. Jaboan back here, and it looks like a free kill. No flashes or anything else like that. Cello's the first to go down.
I don't necessarily hate it, though, as an idea. We haven't really seen PARIVISION go for those kind of peaks on ramps. Typically been behind smoke walls. It just so happened that Jaboan's up was there this time. He's been typically playing in the extremities of, you know, red room even, and on long side. So it looks a bit silly, but I understand why Jello thought that he could maybe crack open the site, or at least to get a little bit of intel. But a second time is ridiculous, and it's going to go the same way.
Yeah, all he sees is the head there. He's just out there playing whack-a-mole. Natu does go down, but that's all the way towards T-spawn. He was pushed all the way in the hallway, and that's the bomb as well. I don't know if Natu saw that. Jaboan started to get activated now. A third kill. They're coming at him one at a time, which typically is the opposite of what you want to be doing against an AWP. Hobbit can't find the spray. Twists. I would say has been missing a lot of his sprays himself, but this time he comes out on top. And Trey, with 7 health, not in this.
Gonna try and take a little bit of mid with Jello. He's up to 20 frags, second top of the scoreboard, but Jacob this time on Cave. We've seen him have impact down on Highway. This time he just goes for the quick shimmy in and gives his team the player advantage.
Jacob is suddenly playing really fresh Counter-Strike, like these pushes that he's coming up with, and he just looks like he's a little bit more active suddenly. PARIVISION again, they want to test the red room. And Twist is nearby with an AK in his hands. There is a little bit of backup behind him. I think Jacob is actually starting to get there. If Jacob is also showing up for this position, I can't see a world where PARIVISION get around the corner. It's such an unfair fight because you're stumbling down the stairs. And if you have to wide swing it, you're either going to be peaked by one or the other. Jaboan again. James out of the round here. Smoke goes up to make matters even worse. They have to push through. My God, it's a running headshot. And Jacob couldn't even turn around in time. This should not be happening. But PARIVISION, they're desperate. They need a round here in the first half of overtime. Hobbit gets one. And shooting for the smoke. It's all out madness on the bomb side. And the bomb is nearly on the site, but Natu is hiding in the open. Sway trying to crouch on it. He will find him, and the gun barrel's been shown. Frozen. He's still activated. Lightning fast to get the kill on Sway, and look at the health that's left here on PARIVISION. They might still lose the round. Oh.
And this is probably going to spur them into action sooner rather than later. They're about to pull the trigger and get hot and heavy.
With the smoke, Hobbit will land the kill, and Jacob dies as well. Oh my God, all of them are smoke kills. That is unreasonable. Jaboan, you know that they're there. Early mid grenades, 2 Molotovs, 2 HEs. FaZe should know that there's a big mid presence, but they do not care. Jacob sprays one down while blind. Slack suggests he saves the round, or at least keeps it going. Otherwise, that would have been FaZe almost instantly winning it. But a double kill in return. That's wild. What a wild game.
With these smokes down on Donut and also top middle. He's having a tweet.
What the fuck is happening?
Too much CS, man. Too much CS for one person. But because of those smokes that were down the middle, it did bait this out as though PARIVISION assumed it would be an A hit. But because FaZe haven't quite struck just yet, they're making through. It's almost like James from his playing the puppet master is trying to tell his teammates where to go for the corpse.
Oh, man. Yeah, if they can reanimate people, that's a whole new level of technology that we haven't really encountered yet in Counter-Strike. You see the Molotov coming down, and you want to push in front because you want to be there to make sure your teammates can get onto the site. Instead, you die, and Jabone is ready for Slack2Jez. An all-in must-kill there for Jabone, otherwise he's going to get run down, and he's ready for James as well. 1 versus 3. Again, James has a really sick clutcher, but the first one's going to be the most tricky one. Jabone takes a bit of damage, and I think James realizes now you probably have to...
PARIVISION, although they have the open play, there's not much utility on multiple players, and to make matters worse, they've lost yellow and red.
Such a long spray. He recommitted to it, and it just didn't connect, unfortunately. Nate's still at 44 health. He had plenty of time, and Cello's been playing an absolutely amazing tournament, in my opinion. But that might have been one of those moments that he wanted to take back. Natu, look at the position. He's pushed in. This is sick. My God, he's infiltrated the back line. He's all the way in CT spawn right now. If the rest of FaZe hold and don't get pushed themselves, he should be able to win this round and ultimately win the series for his team here. There's the backstab on Slack2Jez, and they know everything. He's set up in CT spawn to hold any rotation coming out. Frozen's on the other side too now. He does get found, but for sure the bomb should be planted here, and a smoke up as well. Natu, he has delivered this round to his team. If they mess it up now, that's unforgivable.
He's kept James at bay. They now know that the AWP is stuck around red. Flashbang up and over. It alleviates some of that pressure they may have been worried about Donut. And now Hobbit has found Jabone. Gets a bit too aggressive. Didn't necessarily need to go in for that peak considering the positions of his teammates. And now they've reimbursed that smoke onto CT side. Sway, Molly, triple box is going to connect. Can they get the kill on the approach now for Jacob? Yes is the answer. And this is where Jabone's life was so valuable. There is a way in which PARIVISION could pull this off.
This should never happen, but they're in the smoke already diffusing. Nobody's even shooting through, and somehow smoked off. 35 seconds. Are they going to go for this B bomb site? They need to start making moves on A if that's the case. Frozen dies. Now they have to run the bomb back with 28 seconds, and they still need to clear open the A side. At least they've drawn away the defense. Only Cello returns. Staying here for a minute. Twist gets one, but James is there on the immediate double kill. Swings back, make it a triple. He has shut them out of this round. 10 seconds on the clock now, and a shot for Jabone. At least he gets the first one. 6 seconds left, then they will go for the bomb plant. He actually is allowed to do it. Misses the follow-up, and then no seconds, but let's just see what Hopper could do on a long lurk as well. The other side of it, like you said, Jacob in the middle there. Early trade, Natu activated once again. He gets the headshot onto Cello, and that opens up the bomb site. Bomb is planted now on the other side, and there's the lurk that you mentioned. Now, Hobbit, unfortunately, he was already low from earlier, so he needed his teammates to stay alive. He's trying his best to generate a kill. That wallbang would have been sick if he could have found one, but unfortunately, he is locked in. FaZe, they had almost no map real estate. It's not a fun experience. FaZe are playing this so slowly, which hasn't really been their style so much on the T side, but they rotate in towards Cave. They can't win the early fight here, and Hobbit in front. Oh, he's so annoying to deal with, dancing with that MP9. It's Jabone. They needed him to hit that shot. 24 seconds. There's no flank this time, just a straight-up attack onto B, and Slack2Jez, he can't actually hit the shot. He just ran through behind the pillar, and Slack2Jez must have been wondering, like, what's going on? And then he gets side-swiped as they come up the ramp. James now, 1 versus 3. Don't think there's anything you can do, but you're not going to have a choice. You've got to accept not having A control and just shooting people through the smoke as they're trying to plant the bomb. And actually, that wasn't necessarily a bad plan. Maybe they could do it again. They're going to be boosting up here. You can Molotov out this position in a number of different ways, although none of these teams have tried it so far. Instead, they will try and flash their way through. Natu did turn for it, but he still can't find the kill. Good incendiary smoke on top. I feel like PARIVISION have to push this. If you run back, you're going to have, what, like 20 seconds? Maybe getting onto the other side. This is risky.
So risky. Jacob has them as well lined up. You'd expect him to get a kill out of this one, but even if he doesn't, now he can rotate instantly, and this is where they're going to be looking at twists.
Wait, what?
But they've gone back. They get the pick on Jay Bowen. They're going back to A.
They are. They've seen another escape route. Still have 15 seconds left. Frozen hiding in the corner. The spray down. Either the situation is so good that he could be a real nightmare. Fast play towards the site here. Rare thing for PARIVISION, but they might have caught them off guard. Smoke blown open. Oh my God! Jaboen takes down Slack. She just a jumping headshot as he picks it up. The Commander-in-Chief now fully activated. Let's see if he can bring this round back for FaZe. They're in a 4-on-5. The bomb is planted, and he's managed to locate back towards the back temple here. Does go down to James, but still a 4-on-4. Surely they get this retake here. They do need this FaZe. They're starting to run out of a bit of momentum.
Again, they probably needed him to just live. They could have pivoted off him and had a bit of a foundation to play off. He refused still temple. But the fuse is so close. The fuse is so close to detonation. There's just no way forward. There's two.
Let's see. Flashes in the middle, and they fight for it. Everyone is blind, frozen, coming out on top. You don't need eyes, just headshots. They have $600 on Frozen. How did they not have a kit? See if they get around the corner here. Sway to knock one out. Nay two. He's through the smoke, actually catching Hobbit. It's not over yet. They still have a man advantage, but only for a second. Nay two goes down. They catch Sway running away. Full 10-second defuse. Nice shot from James. Can he save his team and get them into the grand final? He can, in fact.